Sister wives. Why Kody Brown casually accused Meri Brown of being too clingy. Will he never tire of hurting his first wife? Sister Wives Season 19 star Kody Brown accused his former wife, Meri Brown, of being clingy early in their relationship. The polygamist patriarch used her alleged behavior as an excuse for why he was never publicly affectionate with his wives. The father of 18 was in a tough spot, to be sure. If you were affectionate, Kody would be accused of showing favoritism, and it would hurt his other wives. On the other hand, not showing any affection comes with its own set of criticisms. When it comes to polygamy, it's a difficult balance to strike. With 4 wives to consider, Kody was no stranger to finding himself in no-win situations. Over the years, it became clear that he wasn't very good at navigating the complexities of polygamy. He couldn't make his wives feel secure enough in the relationship, so several of his marriages fell apart. In fact, over 14 months, 3 of Kody's 4 wives divorced him, including Meri. During a recent episode of Sister Wives Season 19, Kody alleged that Meri's hands-on behavior forced him to ban all forms of public affection with his wives. Kody and Meri were married in 1990. Their wedding was a big affair. They had a big wedding, which was attended by friends and family. They'd both grown up in polygamous communities, but at that point, it wasn't clear that they'd take on additional wives. Meri wanted to have a lot of children, so they got started right away, but she couldn't conceive. In 1993, Kody married his second wife, Janelle Brown. A year later, in 1994, his third wife, Cristin Brown, joined the rapidly growing family. Then, in 2010, Kody married his fourth wife, Robyn Brown. Kody would have 18 children, but Meri would give him only 1. Though she desperately wanted more children, it simply never happened for her. Meri always felt like she was asked to make do with less because she had fewer children, which she took as a slight. Her sister wives would argue that since Meri only had 1 child while Janelle and Cristin had 6 each, maybe she didn't need such a big house. Both sides of the argument had good points, so it became a sticking point. Meri is the only one of Kody's wives who can say she divorced him twice. The first time was in 2014. Since polygamy isn't legal, Kody was only legally married to Meri, while the rest of his unions were spiritual in nature. When he married Robyn in 2010, she had 3 children from her first marriage. Kody wanted to adopt Robyn's children, so he asked Meri for a divorce so he could marry Robyn. Though it broke her heart, Meri agreed. She expected Kody to remarry her after the adoptions were final, but he stayed married to Robyn. During Sister Wives Season 19, the Browns discuss how Kody never showed affection to his wives. However, Kody found a way to bling it on Meri. He explained that during their early marriage, Meri was always all over him. She couldn't keep her hands off him and would always sit on his lap. Kody claims it was Janelle's mother who approached him about it, saying that seeing him be so affectionate with Meri made Janelle uncomfortable. After that, Kody was careful to avoid being affectionate with his wives in front of his other wives. According to Kody, the trouble started right away, and the two didn't get along. Kody said he knew he had made a mistake right after the wedding. He claims they knew they were incompatible, but neither believed in divorce. Determined to make the marriage work, Kody and Meri decided to add wives. He figured he could pursue happiness while being dutiful to Meri. Adding additional wives didn't solve their problems, but it masked their incompatibility for a while. After he married Robyn, Kody started spending less and less time with Meri. After 32 years of marriage, Kody and Meri finally bid farewell during Sister Wives Season 19. Kody burst into tears when bidding his first wife farewell. Meri, it's the end of an era, he tearfully tells her. We had something. She agrees, saying, we had something really good. Though his tears could imply regret for his failed marriage, if he wanted Meri to stick around, all he had to do was ask her. It's possible that Kody's tears were probably more about relief than regret. Meri has thrived since leaving Kody. The Sister Wives star has embraced her network of friends, adopted a dog, and even got an incredible makeover. Meri recently posted photos of her new look on Instagram. The photos are of Meri wearing a little black dress, a chic new choppy bob haircut, and looking glamorous on the red carpet. It was a pleasure and honor to spend the past 2 days at the Global Beauty Awards, reads Meri's caption, but her facial expression reads, Eat your heart out, Kody. For more than a decade, Sister Wives viewers have witnessed the slow unraveling of Kody and Meri Brown's relationship. What began as a foundational love, Meri being Kody's first wife, his legal partner, the woman who helped launch his polygamous dream, has steadily crumbled under years of distance, misunderstanding, and emotional abandonment. But in a moment that still stings fans' hearts, Kody casually accused Meri of being too clingy, further illustrating how far their bond has deteriorated and how little regard he seems to hold for her emotional well-being. The comment didn't come during a blowout argument, nor did it seem to stem from any major confrontation. Instead, it slipped out of Kody's mouth like an afterthought, casually dropped into conversation with all the weight of a weather report. "Meri's just always been a bit clingy," he remarked, chuckling awkwardly as if it were an inside joke. But to Meri, and to viewers who have watched her fight for his love time and time again, it felt like a sucker punch wrapped in apathy. To understand why this moment resonated with such cruelty, we need to step back and look at the full arc of their relationship. Meri wasn't just Kody's first wife. She was the one who supported the polygamous ideal from day one. She helped welcome Janelle, Cristin, and eventually Robin into the family with a graciousness that came at great emotional cost. Over time, as Kody's attention shifted, especially toward Robin, Meri began to feel pushed to the margins of the family. Her once valued opinion was now brushed aside, and her attempts to reconnect with Kody were met with cold distance. In truth, what Kody interprets as clinginess may simply be Meri's last-ditch efforts to hold on to a man who's already left her emotionally, if not legally. Viewers remember the infamous therapy scenes where Meri would sit across from Kody, tears welling in her eyes, asking for just a fragment of intimacy or even kindness. And each time, he'd shift in his seat, look away, and offer nothing but vague spiritual platitudes or half-hearted encouragement to move on. Still, Meri didn't move on. Not because she couldn't, but because she didn't want to be the one who let go. She remained loyal, hopeful, perhaps even stubborn. Kody labeled that persistence clingy, but others might call it devotion, a word he once claimed to value. And therein lies the real tragedy. Kody Brown has become a master of reframing his neglect as moral high ground. By labeling Meri as clingy, he absolves himself of any accountability. He flips the narrative so that he is the one being overwhelmed, while she is the problem for wanting connection. It's a psychological sleight of hand that has become increasingly common in his interactions, not just with Meri, but with Janelle and Cristin too. Of course, the irony is that Robin, Kody's clear favorite, has never been accused of being clingy. She's praised for being loyal, emotionally open, and close to him. But when Meri exhibits those same traits, suddenly they're viewed as weaknesses. Fans have long speculated that Kody's view of women is rooted in how much they cater to his emotional needs. If you express pain over being ignored, you're clingy. If you stay silent and loyal, you're easygoing. And if you stand up for yourself, as Cristin did, you're disloyal. The casual cruelty of Kody's remark about Meri is just the latest in a long string of emotional slights. Yet what makes it particularly painful is the familiarity of it. This wasn't new. It was a reminder, a trigger for every other moment Meri has been dismissed or belittled. It's in the way he refuses to make eye contact when she speaks, the way he declares there's no spark, then blames her for not being sparkly enough, the way he uses emotional detachment as a weapon. And so we're left asking, will Kody Brown ever tire of hurting Meri? The simple answer seems to be no. Because hurting Meri, or more precisely, invalidating her, has become routine for him. It's not always intentional, but it is habitual. It's easier for Kody to turn her into a caricature than to face the uncomfortable truth that he broke her heart long ago and has been unwilling to offer any meaningful path toward healing. Meri, for her part, has slowly begun to find her voice outside of Kody's shadow. Her social media posts are more affirming. Her ventures into solo business and travel suggest a woman beginning to rediscover herself. Yet the scars remain. No matter how empowered she becomes, there's still that ache, born from being the first wife, the original partner, and the most discarded. Perhaps one day Kody will look back and realize the depth of the love he threw away. Perhaps he'll understand that Meri's so-called clinginess was actually her way of fighting for them. Or perhaps he won't. Perhaps the casual cruelty will continue, repackaged as jokes, offhanded remarks, and shoulder shrugs.